Good morning, Vietnam.
Time to get to stepping out the door. Spread those wings, cause we wanna see more, do more, be more. Looking real cute, but we feeling hardcore. The journey awaits us while we stay up. So much to gain, all this time I just saved up. Now I pull my weight, I'm the go. A worldwide treasure everywhere that I go. If you up for the trip, then I'm with it too. Take around the world, what we finna do? Let's enjoy the ride like a long vacation. It's the journey, not the destination. Hey up, get up, we bounce it right.
We are here. We arrived last night about 10 o'clock at night. Took a while to get here. We've got a 50-minute ride and a grab taxi. Actually, no, we didn't get a grab taxi. We were trying to get a grab taxi. The airport at Hanoi was crazy. I must say we're in Hanoi. We are off to Ho Chi Minh City next. Yeah, it was wild, you know, just full of touts, desperately trying to get you in a taxi. So after about half an hour trying and lots of drivers cancelling, we managed to queue up and get like an official metered taxi, which was great. It was an experience. The driving standard is interesting to say the least here, but yeah, it was a journey. So yeah, so during the night we were woken up with lots of honking and there's a building site outside. So that started, I think, about 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, a really interesting city. We've just been for a walk. So we tried to go to Circle K to get some drinks, a couple of snacks for the day. And after about an hour of walking, Google Maps was saying it's there and it wasn't. We ended up down some alleyways. We had people interrupting people's breakfast. They were cooking on the side of the street, just walking past people's houses and, you know, they're selling stuff, but also like sat on the sofa at the same time. It's a real experience. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I'd probably liken it to Cairo, but it's that level of chaos. Bikes everywhere, obviously it's commuting time. So we gave up with the Circle K and we've actually ordered it on Grab, which was so easy. You just add stuff to the basket and it translates it for you, and you know, the rider is on the way as I speak. So that will be probably another experience, but it's a total overstimulation. We were both in shock for the first kind of half an hour of walking. It was just so much going on, you know, there's just bikes everywhere, you're crossing the road, you just got to go for it and just filter. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get my Grab order and get ready for the day, head out. So just to clarify what Grab is, so it's very much like Uber Eats or Deliveroo in the UK. Like Uber Eats, you can get cars, you can get food on it, groceries, etc. DoorDash in the US, Talabat in the UAE, all those kind of systems. So Grab is massive in this part of the world. So it's a really, really handy tool, and it's so incredibly reasonable, obviously, to us as Westerners. I mean, look at the prices. We had dinner last night, we had a banh mi. It was about £3.50, including delivery, for 2 banh mi's, which was just incredible, I find. I think I tipped and it was about 80p tip, which was probably quite generous. Good evening from Hanoi. It's all going on. Just had a really interesting taxi journey. It's just incredible how nobody crashes. I've never seen anything like it in any part of the world. I've never seen such a volume of scooters and motorbikes. And everyone just weaves in, goes to your red lights. Look at this amazing view, spin you around. It's just so colourful. How was your cab journey?
Like a ride at Disney World.
It really was.
Lots of just bikes.
And more bikes.
Everywhere.
Just can't get over it.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many bikes. It's just
bikes behind you, bikes around you, bikes in front of you.
It's just gone 6 o'clock, so
the other side of you.
people are heading home. Anyway, we're just on the train street now. So hopefully we're gonna.
This is the train street.
This is train street. Hopefully we will find a train on that section of track. We've made it here to Train Street. It's not what I thought. I had an idea. It was like it's just like a raised section of tracks, and you got cafes here. I thought they were going to be on the other side, but wasn't quite expecting it to be here. Anyway, we are They have some coffees. I've got an egg coffee and Stefan's got a salt coffee. And this place gets crazy busy, as you can imagine. So the train's not due for another 1 hour, 1 minute roughly. So fingers crossed, we're gonna just take it easy, sit back and enjoy. And the train is coming. Oh. Woo. Look how many lights there are down this portion. Absolutely crazy. It's really quite stunning. It's such a long street. I don't actually know how long it is, but it's so incredibly alive. And when the train comes, you really got to, tuck yourself in because it could very easily brush your knees as you're sitting down. I reckon Francis Bourgeois would love it here. He needs to get himself over. Like spicy fermented sausage and flavours to that. You go through 7 different stages of flavour. Ginger, lime, got garlic going on there. And the glutinous rice rolls as well. Ooh, and the main has arrived. Grilled beef salad. And a hefty portion of that too. I just love this food. It's just so tasty, like thoroughly tasty. Every bite is just like wow, wow, wow.
Lovely. That's actually a really good picture.
We're here at the Presidential Palace. Look at the colour of that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's the mausoleum of Ho Chi Minh, who died in 1969. And this translates as Long Live the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. So compared to what I've seen the rest of Hanoi, it's such a well-kept part. And you'll see these hammer and sickles almost everywhere. So if you didn't know, Vietnam is a communist country. So obviously there's a big presence of the messaging. And so North Vietnam was founded on the 2nd of September 1945 when Ho Chi Minh declared independence from French Indochina, establishing a state led by the Communist Party. And now celebrating 80 years. This year. Yeah, I think that's the first Christmas tree we've seen on this trip so far. It's 23rd of December, so it's 2 days before Christmas. There's some sort of expo there setting up for it at the moment. It's so interesting travelling at this time of year because, the UK and the States, Christmas is such a big thing. I mean, you can't turn a corner without seeing something Christmas related. So yeah, it's kind of nice in a way just to break away from it and just because it starts so early in the UK now. It's like August, September, you start seeing like Christmas section in Tesco. So it's quite refreshing. Yeah, it's a festival and they're just de-rigging everything. This is the Forbidden Citadel. I'm not quite sure why it was forbidden. I need to do some reading up on this. Look at the size of that gong. Impressive. And that turtle is a giant precious sapphire turtle. Weighs 2 tons and made of rough blue sapphire. Although it looks a bit more like a drum skin on that. Please, anyone in the comments, let us know what that is. And they're growing these and shaping them. And I believe they're pomelos. And if you've never had a pomelo, they are a thing of great beauty. They're sweet, they're tangy, a bit like a grapefruit, but far sweeter. And you peel these massive segments. We do get them in the UK, not that often, but if you look in the right places, you do find them. Do you have the pomelo in your country? If so, what do you call it? So we're just here in the old quarter of Hanoi. Going to get a spot of lunch. And I've grabbed a banh mi. So we're perched in a sandwich shop on this rather rickety colonial French balcony, which has been patched up quite a few times. It's just interesting looking at the architecture here. I'll zoom in so you can see, but it's just been, everything's been added to over time, so just by layer, and they're all different styles. And you can see this around the whole of Hanoi. I don't think planning permission is a real thing here. Or if it is, it's incredibly easy to gain. What have you got there?
Traditional banh mi. Hanoi style?
Hanoi style, so kind of like the Vienna sausage or something like that, isn't it?
No, proper pork.
And I've gone for pure pork, I think, in there. Just love how simple these are, but they're so tasty. And the bread is so crunchy. So the bread obviously comes from French. So it's very much like a baguette. Not quite the same, but very, very similar indeed.
Really crunchy.
Really crunchy. You can just see that crunch. Look at that. It disintegrates. I've got half the garden with me as well. It's just simple and delicious. I haven't had anything here that doesn't taste amazing. The first one was so good I just couldn't resist. I had to order another. But this time I've gone for like minced beef wrapped in, I don't know if they're betel leaves or there are some sort of leaves, but it's just amazing. And there's some beautiful chili sauce to go with it as well. Lovely. Here we are. So this prison was built by French colonialists in 1896 and is known colloquially as the Hanoi Hilton. So US Senator John McCain there on the right was actually held here. We've migrated from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City. We arrived around midnight this morning, and yeah, it's been taking it easy. I haven't felt too great. And as part of travel, always comes with the risks of eating fruits and vegetables, and freshly prepared food. So, having a lovely Pocari Sweat at the moment, which is full of electrolytes and rehydrate me so I feel a little bit better. But yeah, so Ho Chi Minh City, it's very different than Hanoi. It's a bit more built up and more skyscrapers. So yeah, looking forward to be around this afternoon, seeing what it's about. And then tomorrow we are off to Indonesia, heading to a place called Yogyakarta in central Java. So really, really looking forward to that. Just a sip on my Pocari Sweat. What have you got there? Ovaltine. Ovaltine is really interesting. It seems to be a huge thing in this part of the world. Like UK, we just associate Ovaltine with a certain age demographic, which I love, by the way. Ovaltine is so a multi-taste. It's just lovely. But you see so many products here. I think Thailand is the same. Yeah, it looks like it. I can't eat it, sadly. I bought one for later. Fingers crossed my hunger comes flooding back so I can have all this delicious food. I made up for it yesterday though. I did have about 3 meals in one, so sets me right, doesn't it? Welcome to RMS Titanic, also known as Ho Chi Minh City. Wow, we're at the War Remnants Museum and we've just got out of our grab and it is very, very wet here. As you can see, it's actually slowed down a little bit. When we walked, actually where you see that that white car with this indicator on, into here, and we are completely dripping wet. Ooh, look at the cool helicopters that will spin around. Woo, woo. Just cannot get over How much water is coming up of the sky right now? I don't even want to go. Oh, lightning, nice. Wow. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a massive bit of thunder. We need to get over there, so in a bit we'll make a run for it once the rain stops. Oh, so I bothered to have a shower today. Inside at last. Just walking around the museum, oh my goodness, it's so impactful. I'm not always a big fan of war and history museums, but I have to say this is really intense. I can't show some of the pictures because they are so brutal. Yeah, really worth a visit if you come here just to absorb, the atrocity. Yeah, definitely a big shock factor here, and nothing is censored. It's just there to see, which is important. It's a really impressive collection, actually, of weapons, bits of planes. Yeah, this museum is definitely one not to miss if you do come here. Even if you aren't massively into history and war, it's really, really important. There's so many other things I'd love to show you, but I can't for the sake of YouTube. It's like moments of just trying to hold back the tears because it just really hits you. We were just saying that. It's really quite overwhelming. Just a few stats for you. During the Vietnam War, 3 million Vietnamese were killed, among 2 million of them civilians. 2 million people injured, and 300,000 people missed. So just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. It gets even more shocking. It's the photos I'm looking at of good-formed people, Agent Orange, and other chemicals they used, and vast quantities. So they used lots of defoliants to get rid of the tree cover, so they could, see the Viet Cong more easily. Orange and Orange 2, which is super orange, a higher concentration in parts per million. Agent White, and what even they've got next to me is preserved fetus, or several actually of them. I sadly didn't make it through. These photographs don't even look real. They are so extreme, just shocking. I mean, if you can't make it here, definitely have a look online and see what photos you can find. So this is a real guillotine they actually used. That blade is 50 kilograms. Whew, we're out. That was an incredible museum, so I'm just repeating myself now, but it was, really moving, and it didn't get any easier walking around. It was
very deep. It was
very deep, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot to take in, and there was 3 floors of it.
Just
really glad we saw it.
Yeah, really glad.
Yeah,
definitely recommend it if you do come here. It's one of those things not to be missed.
It's tough.
It's tough, but even if you're not massively into history and war and that kind of stuff, because I'm not, but that was probably one of the best museums I've been to. Absolutely. Yeah. But in the world I've seen, just because of the rawness of it, so it's completely unfiltered. Yeah, take a visit. Right, let's go and have a wander.
Yeah.
Next place. Rush hour in Ho Chi Minh. So the architecture is really interesting here. You've got a mix of colonial and communist. So you've got the sort of French style streetlights. Then you've got this massive building over here, which is very communist looking. And the roads around here, you've got Pasteur Street after Louis Pasteur. So now we have a wander down to the post office. So now we should attempt to cross the road, which in Ho Chi Minh City is an interesting task. You just kind of just go and... Hey guys, we are here in Yogyakarta in Indonesia, heading to Mount Merapi to see its beautiful views.
I think it's an active volcano, is it?
I think it is.
It's been, we had to take a couple of days off. We weren't feeling very well.
Yeah, Vietnam made us a bit ill. Well, as I mentioned in the last video, actually.
Yeah, we ended up with a vomiting bug. To be honest, it was not very nice. So we're back on it now.
I had a little break over Christmas, and now we're in our rental car, which was quite challenging in itself because you don't have Enterprise and Alamo here and all the usual things. So it was quite an interesting experience in terms of booking it and getting it, and then ended up giving the driver a lift back into town because he didn't have any transport. So yeah, just out on the road now. It's not too bad. It's drive on the left like you do in the UK in a right-hand drive car, but loads and loads and loads of motorbikes flying everywhere. So it's just keeping your wits about you.
It's not as bad as Vietnam in terms of bikes, but it's still quite busy. And again, we realised that red lights and green lights basically mean the same thing.
They do,
especially when it comes to crossing. So we're we've got our wits about us at the moment as we head off into the mountains.
So that'll be fun. So the roads will probably change, and
we were supposed to go to Borobudur Temple today, but we've only just realised that we can go out now without being sick. So we're heading there to get some good views of this. I think it's an active volcano, something like that. We were at this point just wondering what the hell we were going to do.
We've come all this way. We're in central Java, which it looks amazing, and we have to do something. We have to get out there.
Full of rainforests, and there's like this entire belt of like volcanoes, beautiful in terms of the scenery and things like that, and we didn't want to miss it. So that's where we're going now. It's busy on all sides, and everybody turns where they want, when they want, and the only thing that's kind of saving my nerves is the fact that we have steering wheels on the right and we're driving on the left, which is, sort of good for me in terms of my anxiety. So yeah, it's pretty calm now. I mean, it's been worse, but this is us for the next hour and 15 minutes.
There we go. The traffic's cleared a bit. We've got out of a really, really busy area. So we've still got an hour to go, 21 kilometers. You just have to watch for the motorbikes because they come both sides and they come really, really close to you. Looking in the mirrors, you couldn't even get a Rizzler paper between the car and the motorbike. But everything just kind of works. It's like when you're crossing the road, it's very defensive driving. And everyone sort of just misses each other. It's quite good. It's quite impressive. There are rules, but if you drive to the rules, you will crash. It's very organic. Yeah, you have to drive. You sort of feel it. We're getting close, 27 minutes away, 11 kilometers, but we can finally see the volcano. Look at that. Doesn't that look epic in the clouds? It's so dramatic. It'd be fantastic.
In 300 meters, continue following the road.
Look at that. I'm not sure that would be acceptable anywhere else. Definitely not in the UK if you were a gardener and that was your way of getting rid of all your trimmings, to take them away. We've been seeing some impressive configurations on motorbikes. How many boxes are stacked on a tiny little bike. Yay, we've made it here, Mount Merapi in the background. The last bit of road was challenging to say the least. Our car's only two-wheel drive. It was foot to the floor and it was hanging on for dear life trying to get up there, and road surface was really bumpy.
Yeah, I think getting back's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think if it starts raining, I'll be running back to the car very quickly before the ground starts going. But we made it, just about. It was like the last bend, and I thought, let's just push through it. I think we'll be okay with this one. I'm not sure how tall it is.
We're also very high up, as you can probably see. Just amazing. We've driven past so many different
towns, villages.
Yeah.
It's been really interesting drive. Really lovely to get out of the hotel and out of Yogyakarta itself, and away from all the kind of touristy bits.
And it's still quite hot up here.
It is.
It's quite
Yeah, I
humid,
suddenly realised when we got up to the top, I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be freezing cold. I haven't got a coat with me, but no, it's really pleasant. It's still really, really humid. Wouldn't want it to be any warmer or cooler.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. So we're going to have a little wander around here and probably see you back down at sea level. You can see the road here is in excellent condition. They're only better than the UK, these roads. It's trying to make a decision. Do we go through this side? Do we go through the water or over the big rocks? And quite amazingly, they're just there on their scooters, which I find incredible. Right, as I said, this car's not really up to very much in terms of power and all-wheel drive. Muddy. Very muddy. So take this one carefully. Nice low gears. Whee! It's quite fun actually. It's terrible. Is this the bit that I was worried about?
No.
Ooh, this is a nice steep bit. Will it go in one? It's quite mossy. Are we going to have to do a run up? Evil Knievel style. Just come on, car. Come on. Yay! Right, easy from here now.